And that's what individuals will have to decide. It may be one job, maybe multiple jobs, right? Depends on what each person decides is right for their situation. It also depends on the cost of the college. Is the college affordable? Any college is great if you can pay for it, right? That's fine. If you want to do a very expensive, prestigious private college, over 50,000, 40,000 a year, that's fine if you can pay for it. Because here is often the tension. And let's not go bipolar, meaning go from one extreme to the other, of that just because somebody does not go to a prestigious private school with a famous name, that all that's left as alternatives are crappy colleges. Let's take those extremes on that spectrum and kind of bring them into the middle, which is closer to reality. Because the truth is, often from the same mouths, people unironically say things like, college is very expensive and hard to afford. And I empathize with that quite a bit. And that is true. However, along with that comes picking an unaffordable college, which I equate to, and basically narrowing your field of vision to seeing only the expensive college that one might want to attend as good colleges and the colleges that they have to go to, and they pay a premium for it. When in actuality, there are alternatives that will give you the same bachelor's degree, often if we're talking about private college, for 90% cheaper. So shaving off that, if you look at what you're getting from a private college, expensive, unaffordable college or in-state college, versus a college that's more affordable, and they give you the same bachelor's degree and educational levels, skills, certifications, and access, are you really willing to pay for more for the other, for the alternative that you like better for whatever reason, right? And subjective value is subjective value. People want what they want, but you have to weigh the cost and the benefit of it. It's kind of like saying cars are expensive. Somebody says, yeah, where do I get that? Cars are expensive these days. And I say, yeah, and and they're a need. I have to have a car to, get to work, do the things I need to do. And they say, yeah, they're expensive and we need them, and I said, yeah, it's just, all right, well, I'm going to go get the BMW. They're like, wait a second, a BMW? Yeah, you have to have a BMW. It's my dream car, but cars are just so expensive these days. Well, that there are other cars besides the BMW, right? And that's a very expensive car just for getting you to work, which would be fine, if that's what you want to drive and if you can afford it. But there are alternatives. Well, yeah, but I mean, the BMW is my dream car. I want to have my dream. So, got to take out money to finance it. What I've done there is, if I had that attitude toward BMWs and ignored all other possible alternatives that would fulfill the need that I have for a car at a much lower price, but also complain about the expense, I think there's a tension there that ignores the alternatives for what we want. But college is often people do that with college, right? They have a dream college. They want to get out of a certain location, whatever the case may be. They want to go to college, a certain college, because of hearing about the experiences or the fun, or certain friends attend this college, or this college has a famous name, whatever the things like that may be true. In the mix of those things, college is a financial decision. And I care about your dreams. I care about you being able to have your freedom of movement and go where you want to go, and hopefully work where you want to work, and travel and do whatever your thing may be. But here's some perspective on the dream college idea. How much are you willing to pay for your dream college? Because what's the assumptions that are built into that are that 4 years that you will attend your so-called dream college are worth paying on average tens of thousands of dollars for after your dream experience, so-called, is already done. You've got people in their 30s paying for their dream college that they experienced from when they were 18 to 22. And the burden of student loan debt is so oppressive on people that I say the dream in many cases has become a nightmare for those people. That for their dream that they had when they were 18 years old, to be paying for it when you're 30, that's stopping the 30-year-old from achieving their dreams. So you need to think not just about 18-year-old you and what you want as your dream right now, but you need to think about you in the future. Because paying a premium for your dream college right now and using debt to finance it, you may get that 4 years and it may be a great time and you get the degree, but you may be limiting and inhibiting your dreams in the future. Which means when you want to move somewhere, work somewhere, travel, you've got the burden of student loans hanging over you. And you're still having to pay down tens of thousands of dollars plus a mountain of interest over, on average, 18.5 years of time, where normally you'd be looking at getting a house, but now, which that's your new dream, or traveling to somewhere you've never been before in a foreign country, or living somewhere that you want to live, or working a job that you want to work that may be at a different location, or whatever the case may be. But you can't, or you can only in a limited way, because you're still paying off your 18-year-old dream. And so I'm for your dreams. I'm just for your dreams over the span of your lifetime, not just what you think your dream is tied to a college right now. And the fact is, I think most people, even if they talk about a dream college, will admit that they do not expect their life to be the best it ever is at college and then to decline after that till the rest of their life, till the end of their life. I think most people think college is a starting point, which it is. But when you tie so much into a dream college, what that indicates about the rest of your life is that, okay, I'm going to peak in college for these 4 years, and then the rest of my future life, which is going to be a lot more than that 4 years, hopefully, is uh, is not as important. And I don't think that's true. So I'm actually in favor of your dreams long term. And one of the things that limits and inhibits people's dreams more than anything else is debt. In addition, a lot of people choose a college because it allows them to get out of where they live. It allows them to go somewhere maybe they've never been, live there before. People choose colleges sometimes because they have a pretty campus or whatever the case may be with that, oh, I don't want to get stuck in the Antelope Valley. I don't want to get stuck in Palmdale. My only chance to get out is financing with student loans, me going to this college. But again, I'm for your freedom of movement just over the long term. The truth is, there's no people who feel more stuck than people who are under the burden of debt, especially student loans. So there's plenty of people who financed their dream college, financed an unaffordable college, took out tens of thousands of dollars worth of loans, thinking that it was worth a degree at any cost to go and live at this campus, have fun, have that experience for 4 years, and then come out with a degree. But then they come out with a degree and tens of thousands of dollars of debt, and they're right back where they started. They hopefully get a job, but their job now is to pay off that 4 years. And what that entails at that point is now they feel like they can't move. They can't go where they want to go. They can't necessarily always work where they want to work either, because they may need a higher paying job that they hate versus a lower paying job that they love, but they feel like they have to stick with the higher paying job that they hate because they've got debt obligations. Or people choose the campus that's prettiest. I'm all for a pretty campus. That's fine. And again, all of these things are okay. Nothing's bad about any of these things. I'm just putting it in some perspective that may come off like it's negative. But none of these things are bad. They are all fine in due proportion if you can afford it. And so people choose, oh, well, the campus is pretty. I don't like, kind of where I live. This place looks prettier than where I live, where it's out of state, which is you pay a premium for going to college in another state. Or it's within state, but it's a very expensive college in general. And then it happens to have a pretty campus or some fun activities on campus and stuff. Well, go there and visit. You can go there, and how much would you pay to go and visit a pretty college campus? I mean, go there and visit for free. Spend some money on some gas to go and hang out there if it's, if it's beautiful. But that's not really, again, it's not a financial decision at that point. And so choosing based on location, it's like, oh yeah, school in Hawaii. And there's nothing wrong with schools in Hawaii, but just it'll be cool because it'll be near the beach or something like that. Again, college is a financial decision. Let me give you another example. I was able to fly. I do quite a bit of flying over the years, and I was able to fly on first/business class once. My dad was on a business trip. His business was paying for him to be in business class, and I was paying for the coach seat. So we were at different parts of the plane, and then we'd get out. We had our trip together, and we were flying back from Switzerland. And then my dad, as we were flying back, the last minute switched tickets with me and said, "Don't say I never did anything for you," and then allowed me to ride on business class, and he took my coach seat. And business class was nice. You get like a recliner, you put your chair back, you get like a like an actual nice blanket and pillow, and they're really nice to you, and they give you a nice meal, and you have the TV, and you have the nice headphones, and you don't have to get uncomfortable. And I mean, that's the way to fly. I've also seen and was impressed by Elvis's private jet. I'd be like, oh man, that would be the way to fly, because you just get off of a flight and you're so sore and stiff, and you had to sit there, and it's just a long flight to do all that, but when you fly first class or you have your own private jet, well, that would be great. But I don't fly, I fly, but I don't fly first class very often. And when people only limit themselves to expensive and unaffordable colleges, what they're doing in effect, and allowing a little humor here, but for the overall point, but what they're doing basically is saying, yeah, I can't fly unless I fly first class, right? Is there such a difference between first class and coach that you're willing to pay $3,000 for an airline ticket versus $300? Both first class and coach on the same plane get to the same place. One's a little less comfortable. Actually, it's a lot less comfortable, but the overall point is, one is potentially 9 or 10 times cheaper. But people do the same thing with college. They only look at the colleges that I would classify as unaffordable. Now, unaffordable is different for each person in their situation. But if you only look at the unaffordable colleges and pretend the other ones don't exist or are crappy, and then also talk about the college is expensive, well, part of the reason it's expensive is you've taken college from being a financial decision and out of that category, and instead you've made it an emotional decision, instead of weighing cost and benefit and things like that. Now, in terms of answering